I don't know if you ever heard the methods like tight lining or euronymphing, contact nymphing. So Chuck's set up for that way there. So it's a little more of not putting the line on the water. I don't know if you've ever heard the term mending before. You have to get a drag-free drift, right? So you're going to have fly line on the water, and because of the surface current, it creates drag, which in return creates an unnatural drift of your flies, right? The fish are eating those bugs and stuff underneath the surface, and we need those bugs to look as real as possible. So they have to drift as real as possible and as natural as possible. And a lot of times, especially in the morning or when the water temperatures are down a little bit more, sometimes those fish are hugging down on the bottom of the river a little bit tighter, right? They're not expanding, as they don't want to burn as much energy, because the fastest part of the current is always on the surface, right? And then as you go down further and deeper, that's the slower it is. So those fish might, on high water events, those fish may hold tight to the banks. Maybe in a deeper pool, they're going to hang down lower. So we got to get those flies down on the bottom and in front of their face so they can eat them, right? So that way, this here is actually a little bit of an easier method, but at the same time, it's a little bit more complicated to get the gist of it at first. But once you learn it, once you start to get it down, it's really a fun technique. It's this little spot here. You see here, we should be getting some bugs here. Right there, there's a caddis right there. You see him flopping around? Yeah. Right, so those are the caddis that we're talking about on the surface of the water. So as he bounces around, he'll irritate some fish that's down there. And right there, look, you see that one right there? So the fish actually missed him. So there's a little wild trout sitting right there, and he actually tried to eat them and missed them. But this is the nymph stage of that fly right there, right? So this is the subsurface, so that's what we're replicating. That's why we've been doing so well on it this morning. Because the emerger status of that nymph is slowly trying to make its way up to the surface, becoming an adult and then flap around on there. So without actually having a lot of fish rising consistently, I would say it's not proper yet to go to a dry fly. That we would still stick with nymphing. So with this here, you can kind of see the river bottom a little bit here. Obviously you don't see any fish, but I can promise you there's fish there. They blend in super well in through here, but you'll see them roll around once in a while. So with this setup here, and kind of use our water load cast, right, because we've got structure all around us pretty tight. We're going to throw upstream, and boom, just like that, okay? Just get that nice natural drift there, and that's how, so you can throw up, get those flies down, nice natural drift lead as it's ticking the bottom. You can see the sighter bouncing a little bit when it ticks the bottom if you watch it. And you're just getting that nice, perfect natural drift of your nymphs. Boom, go up. I don't want to go out any further. I don't want to hook any more fish, but just nice natural drifts right down through here. Boom, 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 like that. If you can, try to keep your sighter up, right? But the main goal is you got to make sure your flies are getting down low enough to the fish.